Hey everybody, it is Taylor of Summer Del Sol, and today I get to play with some new parts.
Jake, you rock. Green doesn't quite match, but I might have those powder coated later. We'll see. I want to play with it now though. The real ones know. I found my favorite tank top. I love this one. It was buried under a drawer. What a win.
So I started with the smaller two of the four. Wanted to start in the back here. I basically, you can't really see now, but I'm attaching them to the top so I can go ahead and drop this control arm and lower that so I can get them in place. You couldn't see earlier, but I have this raised from the diff in the rear so I can push that control arm down. This was a really fun process to wrestle by myself. I had to push the tire down with my legs so I could get this control arm down and kind of wiggle that in, as you see. Scratch and dents are, I'm a little less phased now, but it did hurt. It did hurt. I raised the tire a bit and then stuck that bolt right in.
It's so much easier when you do it the right way.
Tighten it up. Repeat to the other side and then drop it low.
Hey! Woo! It's on its own suspension. At least in the rear.
Wow. And those will show, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
After dropping the frame, I realized I'd have a little more clearance if I swapped bolt positions. I disconnected the suspension from the frame, raised it up a smidge, and then shifted that over so I'd get a little more room. Frankly, I'm baffled I haven't acquired a modeling contract from this. Moving to the other side of the car, let's drop that front suspension. This was a bit tricky, you have to wiggle it in place. Push that bolt through, then tighten it up. Next, I sketchily pushed the tire up with my mom's old Widowmaker jack from her Volvo S80, and I got the bolts to seat. Oh, would you look at that? Beautiful. Alright, with both sides set, let's see how she sits. Oh, that's too low. Well, let's compress those springs. Okay, just gonna bring these up a bit. It's gonna be nice and high. Okay, surely. Oh, that's not enough. Oh, but your girl was thinking ahead. She's got some Exocet shock spacers. Yep. It's time to disconnect the suspension, jack the car up, and not look at that sunburn on my scalp. So for reference, this is my front driver's side Exocet shock spacer, and it's gonna have the 3 holes on the bottom and 2 holes on the top. So it turns out it was a lot easier to remove this and just attach the spacer first. I'm not ready to talk about it. Perfection. Gonna give me the clearance I need. I had to snap the bottom half loose again so I could rotate the suspension well enough. With that in place, I put the bolt back in. And to have a handy tip in case you find you can't get your bolt on, leave a little space at the top of the spacer, raise it up a bit, and then apply the bolt. That'll give you the clearance you need, and you can get this on nice and snug. Granted, these are bolts from Home Depot. I lost mine from the kit, so maybe that's a factor. You can always cut yours, but still. Next, I very gently lowered the car into position so I could get this a little bit higher. And I did a little twisting, a little convincing to get those bolts in place. Okay, now let's see where we currently stand in terms of clearance. Oh, so much better. Look at that. So much room for activities. I, of course, had to give it a little weight test, and it passes. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and following along. I will catch you next time.